What up? What up? What up? All right. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. We're on better late than never today. So had to stop by, recap the trade from yesterday because it was an absolute banger. Take any questions you guys have and see who took the trade, see who either is still holding, who made money on the trade, et cetera, et cetera. So let me know who's still in that NASDAQ trade from yesterday. Obviously, TP3 got smashed, and then we had a higher time frame TP up here at 17,850, and I think that's going to be the next zone. So let me know who took this trade, who's in profits, who's still holding. Let's go through this real quick. What's up, Chris? We'll sit here and do a quick review. Let's take a look. All right, so let's take a look at the trade from yesterday. We had beautiful entry sitting right at 17,200. Okay, that was that first wick entry right here, that wick rejection. And then market ran up and hit TP1 perfectly. That was that one candle came up perfectly to TP1. That's where we took partial profits. Then the market came all the way back to entry. And so if you had your stop loss and break even, very likely got hit. If you left the trade open, then you were able to capitalize. And if you re-entered, you were able to double up and make twice the profits. TP2 was set right at 17,390 right here. You guys can see this 30-minute candle came up, tapped perfectly, and created a kind of a little bit of a higher high, even though the body closed below. Then we have a clear bullish break and retest. You know, obviously not taking these kinds of entries. All the best entries were at the lows. And then it took a few more hours, but then TP3 got smashed. This 30-minute candle absolutely ripped. It was towards the end of the trading session. Incredible. So let's just see real quick who took the trade, who didn't. And yeah, it was an absolute smasher. Happy Friday, everybody. Happy Friday. Drop a like on the stream if you guys are watching. Let's do two quick reminders. If you haven't already registered for the live class, you got 4 days left. Make sure you guys don't miss out. If you want to learn this strategy, the one that we trade every single morning, make sure you guys register for the class. This would be the only class you'll ever need to trade NAS100 to make money, or if you're trading futures, NDX, NQ, or any of those NASDAQ related instruments. If you're looking for a consistent strategy, something that you know works because you see it work live every day, make sure to click the link in the description, register for the live class before it's too late, and we'll see you guys there. After that move happened, yesterday I sent out a follow-up trade to the Chart Addicts members, which was this. Okay, so let's take a look at what I was seeing yesterday. So after the move happened, we had established a new range above these previous highs. Most people expect a straight move up because we're establishing new support. This is going to be that new support zone. Typically, the market will sort of fake traders and then come back to do a retest and continue, which is exactly what happened this morning. We didn't get the fake to the upside. We ended up actually breaking down first. Never hit the zone that I was waiting for, which is 17,500. That's what I was going to look to buy this morning at the market open. That didn't happen. But the general idea was there, which is a fake to the downside, and then the continuation of this trend, which is bullish. Oh, tell me, Roy, why don't you sell? Why don't you sell? Do you guys understand now why I don't sell? You guys understand now what I mean when I said I was the last man standing on the bullish side of the stock market? Do you guys get it now? Okay. So re-entry, this is going to happen in the next few hours, looking to take the market up to that 17,800 zone. Okay. So re-entry, really can't get any easier than this. Let me know if you guys have any questions on this specifically. Is this pretty straightforward? Good stuff. Amanda, good stuff. Geo, what's up? Awesome. Good morning. What a beautiful day. Yep. I hit 1 to 20 yesterday. What does that mean? 1 to 20 risk and reward or what? Never sell? Now you get it. Yeah. Welcome to the club, everybody. Welcome to the club. Everyone's like, Roy, but I saw 2 bearish candles. Why don't we sell? Brother, come on now. 2 bearish candles is not an indication of a change in market direction or momentum. Come on now. All right, news just dropped a couple hours ago for consumer sentiment, very, very close to expectations. So when this happens, more than likely it's going to be a bullish day. Let me give you guys a quick tip. All right, don't say I gatekeep information, and don't say that I don't give you guys that solid gems. Okay, I'm going to give you guys some gems here. If there's a news event coming out, you're trading indices, unless there's something that completely misses expectations, it's going to be bullish. So assume the market is going to continue the trend unless there is something wildly unexpected that happens with the data. Even regardless if the data is good or bad for the economy, don't look at it that way. Look at it from an expectations versus reality perspective. And the further that reality is from the expectations or from the prediction, that's where markets have a little bit of a panic. So the forecast was 77.9. We got 77.2 for the consumer sentiment index, which is just basically it's a survey of consumers to see how confident they are in their ability to continue to spend in the economy. All right. So pretty close to expectations. Relief bounce is to be expected. Market's too high for us to take the buy right now. So instead, we're going to be patient, wait for the correction, and ideally trade this retest. Very straightforward stuff. Okay. Let's go through a few other pairs before we continue with NAS. So I pulled out the magnet. I pulled out the magnet for the gold trade. And we came pretty close to the first magnet target. I'm looking to see if the market holds. We're, as of right now, still creating these higher lows. All right, but this could just be a correction before the next drop. So I am watching this closely. And since the dollar's bullish, there's a chance that gold comes down for a deep retracement before continuing. But as long as we hold that 23 support level, yeah, these are very clear upside targets, and the trade is valid. So higher highs, higher lows getting created. Let's just see if price holds that support. The DXY Super Secret Magnet Indicator, undefeated, undisputed. Can't find it on any other stream except for the Chart Addicts live New York session trading stream. Good morning or afternoon, depending on where you're from. 105.679 acting as support. So not only is the magnet accurate, the magnet is accurate. I have to say it twice because it's that accurate. 107.5 is the next target for the DXY. As long as we continue to hold the support here, 107.5 will be the next target. Dollar bears are shaking their fist in the sky somewhere. They're punching air somewhere, alone and sad. Okay? That's my bias on gold, everybody. And the DXY. So gold to continue bullish unless the market breaks the support today, which is possible. Like, this does not look convincingly bullish right now. The next few candles are going to be very, very important. All right. Bitcoin slowly starting to come back down. Everything is going perfectly according to play. And ideally, we get this big retracement here over the next 2, 3, 4 months so we can buy up more Bitcoin. UJ absolutely took off. UJ took off. We were talking about these massive liquidation wicks that have been happening on all the yen pairs. That's just insane. If you're swing trading any of the yen pairs, just don't move your stops to break even. That's my biggest piece of advice. Just hold it. Accept the risk and hold it. All right, US30. I'm going to have to pull up yesterday's stream just for the I told you so's, because if I don't get the receipts, then did it really happen? Christine yesterday said, like, don't do it to him. She said, don't do it to him. Give him a chance to fucking go through it first. I said, no, I'm gonna have to post the receipts, because if a trade falls in the forest and no one sees it, did we really take the trade? You guys know what I'm saying? All right, let's take a look at U30 real quick. That's NASDAQ. Oh, here's US30. Okay. So US30, let's do the before and after as well. All right, so the idea behind the trade was the market had already broken above the previous highs. I put my ego to the side and gave SkyFX a public apology, because he was on the short side and I called him, I don't know what I called him a smooth brain or something like that. I take it back, SkyFX. I was the smooth brain and I was wrong and you were right. That happened, okay? And it's possible. US30, I was expecting it to come all the way back down to 37,685 for the correction. You guys can see here, big correction back down to the daily lows, and then a push back bullish. We didn't quite touch the lows. We didn't quite touch the lows. We came very close, about 20 points away. But I mean, there's still a chance that we come back for a double bottom or an extended double bottom. And so there's still that opportunity is still there. It's still possible. He said, if a trade falls in the woods, did you take the trade? Bruh, there's no way that one hit, Rich. There's no way that was the one. I've said a lot of intelligent things. I don't know. How can I get your masterclass? There's a link in the description below on the YouTube video that says live classes. You can click that one directly, or just go to chartaddictsfx.com and you can just go to the live classes link right here. You can obviously check out all of the feedback that we've gotten from some of the previous students that have taken the class. And of course, we've been dropping these incredible student highlight videos where a lot of the successful students that have been going through the class, they've been coming on, giving us their perspective on how they've been able to reach success and what they're doing different to be able to reach that success. Highly recommend checking those out. If you guys are on the fence about signing up for the masterclass, you don't know if it's worth it, you don't know if it's for you, you don't know if it's going to work, you don't know if it's going to produce results, just check out these highlight videos. We just dropped the one with Jensen yesterday. Jensen was watching the live streams and turned $600 to over 9,000 before he even took the class, just off of watching these live streams. Then realized that he needed to get the class because the strategy was crushing. Took the class and just had even more success, got a bunch of funded accounts with futures, requested massive payouts. And I don't know, these are just great stories to hear, because every one of these guys has a family, has a job, has school, has something that they're balancing with trading. The Expert Trader podcast is great, but it's hard to relate to people talking about their fifth Lamborghini when you can hear it from someone balancing having a family, trying to trade, trying to make time in between work and all these other things, losing for a year, 2 years, 3 years, and finally getting that breakthrough moment and what it took to get there. That's what you got to be paying attention to. Are these fancy videos? Is it the best audio or whatever? Probably not, right? But this is where all the value is. So check these out. If you're hesitant about the class or on the fence, this is going to give you enough insight to see if the class is right for you. All right. And shout out to everybody who's on these lists. And I'm looking forward to having more members come and do their podcasts very soon. Okay. Cool beans. So that happened, guys. We have fucking TP3 smash, TP4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This looks like the Apollo 13 mission. It's like, I might have to throw the rocket indicator at some point. I sold yesterday and got out perfectly. Lord have mercy. Do we accept crypto payment? Ali, reach out to the team and see what they can do. There's a way for that for sure. How do I link up with Peter Tuchman? Very connected, friends in high places. Can you take a look at GJ? What do you think of 193 for a swing buy? I like that question. He already has a zone in mind, knows exactly what he's looking for, and not expecting a handout answer. Look at these wicks. So big piece before you trade any yen pairs, go and look at the yen basket index. Okay, so here's the prediction I had. Not prediction, but this is sort of like the expectations that we had playing out perfectly. Playing out perfectly. Wow. So the yen is just falling off a cliff. I keep calling it monopoly money and people laugh. This is also the same take I have on China, by the way. Back in the day, I think in the 80s, there was this big fear that Japan was going to overtake the US dollar dominance, or they're going to overtake the US economy as the global world sort of economic superpower. And now we're sort of sitting in this situation. Same with China. Now, as long as the yen basket is bearish, which at this point I don't see this thing turning around, especially because we had a lot of Bank of Japan news come out this week with their policy statement. They kept their rate unchanged. Okay, and then CPI is dropping. So in the Western world, inflation is a problem because it's too high. So prices continue to rise, which is creating pressure on lower income households. The issue they're having in China and Japan, when you're trying to stimulate your economy, is that inflation is not growing fast enough. So up until COVID, inflation was running below that 2% target. And the whole reason the Fed had a 2% target was to make sure that things kept growing at 2%. Now, why do we want things to keep getting more expensive by 2% a year? To be honest with you guys, I have no fucking idea. That's one of those economic concepts that still to this day, I've done every kind of mental gymnastics to try to figure out, to try to make it make sense, and it makes no fucking sense. Who here would agree that we would all like prices to go down by 2% every year? And who would agree that without Fed intervention, companies like Amazon and some of these technology brands can reduce the cost of consumption to the point where prices are coming down 2% a year? I think we would all appreciate that. But now what's the problem is that assets don't grow. And assets are sort of the foundation of wealth in a country, real estate and stocks. So what's the solution here is that the Fed continues to devalue the currency by 2% a year in order to prop up the value of assets in the country. Now, Japan's doing the complete opposite, or so Japan is doing that right now, where they're trying to meet a higher inflation target because they're just not growing fast enough. Make sense? They kept their rate unchanged, meaning that they're going to continue to print their money and buy back their own bonds, making their currency worthless. So yen, bearish. It's been bearish for years. I've been writing about this extensively for years, which means that GJ, UJ, everything else is bullish. Okay, now that we've established that direction, Jesus. Excuse my language. Wow. Wow. When was the last time we checked GJ? Yo, by the way, CA members, if you're doubting whether the strategy works, the NAS100 strategy works on every pair. Every pair. Can we talk about that right there? Come on. Come on. Can we talk about that TP3 right here? TP4. Come on. Okay. Okay. Beautiful. All right. So you said 193 for potential buy zones. Let's take a look and let's see what we got here. So we got this floor right here. And if we measure from bottom to top, damn. So I'm not sure we'll make it back down to the 193 region. I think that's a bit too far. After these big wicks, right? Pay attention. After these big wicks here, let me find the other ones. We've had more than a few of these. Okay, so there's two scenarios. Once you have a big wick, you either have a wick fill, okay, that creates a higher floor, and then so it's like a double bottom and then continues, or you get some kind of like shallow retest 50% and then it continues to the upside. I'm trying to find a better example. This is easier to see on UJ. There's much more of these. You can see it here as well. Massive liquidity grab wick, and then we had a wick fill, but the body created a higher low, which ended up being that sort of double bottom entry. So there's a potential here that we fill all the way back down, and then this becomes the buy zone for next week. So for the swing trade, this is what it would look like. Stop loss would have to be below this area right here, below 193.6. And final TP would be 198. Okay, so this would be a larger time frame sort of swing opportunity. The other opportunity here would just be if price starts to respect this floor. Because then what we can expect is that the market will just rip straight up and then ideally come back and make one of these big wicks back down to this floor. Okay, so if we break down today, then next week 194 is going to be the buy zone. And then if we break up and create these new highs, then we can wait for some massive wick rejection next week at 195.9. Make sense? So we just went all the way big picture fundamentals to find sort of directional cycle type trades regarding the yen. I kind of went through a brief understanding of Fed or central bank policy, especially as it relates to the Bank of Japan and how stimulating the economy and how inflation works in terms of stimulating the economy. We found out that yen pairs are all bullish, so we started there. And then we went down and used a technical analysis to find entry and exit zones in the chart. And then we have two opportunities because you don't know what's going to happen next. And so you have to be prepared for multiple opportunities. That way, if what you want to have happen doesn't happen, you're not going to sit there and get disappointed or let that cloud your judgment because the next opportunity is right in front of your face. As Daniel says, TP smacking all day, every day. Good to see you on the stream, brother. Good to see you on here. Yeah, check out these videos. All new videos with Peter Tuchman are also dropping. Very excited for those. And yeah. Yeah, not sure if we get this retest today. It's going to be a tough one. Wow. Oh, this is good. This is good. We might see a retest today, but I see us breaking back above this area of support here very soon. CA members, what concept are we looking at right here? This is we talk about this all the time in a bullish market, but what concept are we looking at right here? Look at the touches specifically at the areas of structure. Yes, but honestly, Amanda, great answer. Damn. But give me a like the another concept, like the general idea of it, because it happens inside of the trend too when the market's about to move. It's basically Model 3, yes. Yes, perfect. But specifically what happens before you have the touch, and then what you said, Amanda. Christine got it. That's that Model 3. Good stuff, guy. Good, really, really great stuff. All right, so touches. Oh, next time it hits that zone, I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna full margin right here, liquidity grab, and then go. But keep in mind on the 4 hour, we're testing this 886 from the previous high. And so if we're gonna see a correction, it could be from this level right there. Um, Now we did have this 88.6 rejection already, but we never hit that TP1. That's why I'm thinking we might make a double top, come back for that TP1, and then continue. Or just straight breakthrough, which is obviously possible. We could come back and just have this massive candle like this, in which case it's okay. We'll just come back and trade next week. All right, been a great week, everybody. A couple losses, yes, but one good winner will get you right back in the game. So congratulations to everyone that caught it. Make sure you guys check out all the incredible content that we've been dropping on YouTube. If you guys wouldn't mind share it in a trading group chat, share it to your friends, share it to folks who might be interested in trading, share it on social media. Hit a like, comment, or subscribe on the videos. If you see them, it would mean the world to me. You guys know we put in a ton of work to make these videos happen and support the team. All you got to do is just drop a like or drop a comment or something to show support to everybody who's working hard in the back end to make those videos possible and to bring out all this great information. So appreciate all of you guys pulling up every morning. Happy and safe trading. It's almost 1 p.m. on a Friday, guys. Just go and enjoy your weekend. You are not obligated to keep trading. I'm just going to put it that way. So free yourself from the shackles of feeling like you're obligated to stay on the charts. Go and do something that is meaningful for, your fulfillment, and then come back ready next week to crush it if you're done trading. All right. Have a great weekend, y'all. Tons of great videos dropping. Oh, how can I forget this? One last thing. We were supposed to do a intro to NASDAQ webinar, which never happened. So I'm going to do it tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Eastern time, live on YouTube. So you don't have to register. We're going to do the registrations for next week. But for this week, it's going to be live on YouTube. And so we'll see you guys there. Tomorrow, noon, we'll put up the scheduling thing. So you guys should be able to see it on our channel. All right. Take it easy. Happy weekend. Peace.